Hey family, welcome back to the shows. This is a live stream clip that we made into a standalone video for you guys to enjoy. I hope you do. We'll have the link down below, and if you want to support this channel, links down below. Listen, you can join our Patreon for just $1 a month. Really helps the channel a lot, keeps the lights on, makes Stan really happy. So without further ado, let's get on to this video. All right, Wes has got a spotlight for us. They're called Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and the song's called Face Down. And he says in his little note, this is the original video from 2006, revisited in my next request. So we're going to check out something else by Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. And I think it's the same song, but a different version. I think that's what we're going to get here. So we will have this link for you guys over there in the chat. And we're going to put the link down below as well. Thank you so much. And this way you could do this right here. Sub up to them. This is their channel. Over 1 million likes alone. 190 million views. Wow. Published 17 years ago. It came out February 27th of 2009. And they have their links here, the social media links, website. Cool. I don't see any lyrics here. Okay. I got the closed captions on, so we'll see how that works out. All right, buddy. Thank you so much for this, Wes. Kids, let's buckle up. Pedal to the metal. Yeah, I'd say it's upbeat rock music. Oh boy. They're good. I like his voice in this too. This definitely has that early 2000 feel and sound to it, bop to it. Heavy song. Even though it's got that bop to it, you know, it's all about DV in here, you know. So, which is horrible in and of itself, but it's good to have artists out there singing about these things and putting this out there for people who can relate to this, you know, and just don't be fooled by the cool vibe to it, because I'm sure when they played this in concert, people are going nuts and chanting and singing and everything, because that's the song. This is a song that would make a great reimagined version, you know, and bring the lyrics more at front, maybe on piano or something. Yep. If you wait around forever, you will surely drown. I see what's going down. I see the way you go and say you're right who can. Say you're right who can. Be my lecture. Do you feel like a man when you push her around? Well, I'm glad at the end of this particular song, she said, "I finally had enough." I wonder if all the destruction going on in the video was representing, the violence and the turmoil in her life, because she seemed pretty cool throughout the video, even everything was going on around her. Wow, great song, heavy message in the song. Great video too, Wes. Here, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Face Down is the name of the song. And I don't understand guys like that, or people like that too. There's women that abuse their husbands too, but not as much as these a-holes out there who abuse their girlfriends' wives. They're just like, what is it? My theory is either it's a lack of power in this world. They feel crushed and helpless and useless and kicked around, and this is the way they exert that sort of power, is over somebody else. I think people get animals for the same reason, and some of these sickos and stuff to be mean to them, because you see those commercials with these poor animals and stuff. Not only that, but I know personally people, not that they're abusing their animals, like kicking them or anything like that, but they could be really like heartless and mean to them. Like, I just don't understand people. I don't. Lyrics are in wordsmithing. All right, let me go to that. This is off of genius.com. And I just have to deal with getting ads off the screen. You understand. All right. Hey, girl. This is verse 1. Hey, girl, you drive me crazy. One look puts the rhythm in my hand. Still, I'll never understand why you hang around. I see what's going down. There's a little tidbit on this, too. The singer tells how frustrating it is to know she is being abused by her boyfriend, but can do nothing about it. Whenever they look at her boyfriend or the injuries he causes, their friends instinctively tense up in preparation for a physical altercation. They know violence and being angry on her behalf will not fix anything. That's, unfortunately. So their hands simply shake in anger. Despite how angry it makes them, they can understand why she's never let him treat her like that, and why she does not leave him. She deflects the singer's concerns by assuming that she's fine, by letting him know that she's fine, but they can obviously see that she's being abused, right? Verse 2, cover up with makeup in the mirror. Tell yourself it's never going to happen again. You cry alone, and then he swears he loves you. This is like the classic, Each of these lines are examples of what happens in an abusive relationship. The cycle of abuse is as follows. 1, tension building. This takes place before these lines, right? Number 2 is the incident, cover up with makeup in the mirror. Number 3, reconciliation. Tell yourself it's never going to happen again. You cry alone. And then number 4, the calm, the honeymoon phase. He swears he loves you. No matter how many times the abuser swears he loves the victim, and no matter how many times the victim believes it, the cycle will continue if it's not broken somehow. Then the chorus, you feel like a man when you push her around. You feel better now as she do you feel better when she falls to the ground? Abusers often treat their partners in this way as a result of previous emotional trauma and or other personal issues or struggles. That's what I was kind of referring to earlier. When somebody feels weak, it can lead to them lashing out and treating others in a worse way in an effort to hide how hurt they are. The artist is addressing the abuser by asking if the treatment of his partner is a way to make himself feel better or like a man. Yeah, right. Right, because that's my question. Second part of the chorus is, well, I'll tell you, my friend, one day this world's going to end. As your lies crumble down, a new life she has found. The protagonist in these lyrics is directly telling the girl's abusive partner that he won't be able to abuse her anymore once she leaves him eventually. She will be freed from him, and he will have nowhere else to go because he can't abuse her anymore. But there's a good chance he'll find a new victim. Eventually, it's not like the end of his, he just stops abusing her. Verse 3, a pebble in the water makes a ripple effect. Every action in this world will bear a consequence. If you wait around forever, you will surely drown. I see what's going down. She's walking on eggshells to not upset her abuser. A small disturbance causes him to get angry, so even more problems occur. That's that pebble in the water. Worse than the original problem, similar to how a small pebble thrown into a body of water will cause ripples that disrupt a large area of the surface. No matter what she does, he finds fault in it and punishes her. She cannot do anything without upsetting him for one reason or another. True. If you wait around forever, you will surely drown. I see what's going down. The pre-chorus, I see the way you go and say you're right again. Say you're right again. Heed my lecture. Right? Because obviously the person he's singing to is probably like, yeah, you're right. I really should. I get that too. The singer addresses the girl's abuser, telling him that they know he will always insist this is to the abuser, that he is right no matter what. They tell him to take them seriously when they say this world's going to end soon. Alternatively, they could be talking to the girl and say they're aware that she will insist that her relationship is healthy again and again. They don't believe her, and she needs to realize that he is hurting her. It has a somewhat patronizing tone, reflecting how frustrating it is, unable to help her and see her bend over backwards to justify her abuser's actions. Happens time and time again. Now, by the way, if you've ever heard Hardy's Wait in the Truck, there's a totally different outcome in that one. This one is generally what most of us feel on a daily basis. Hardy's version is the narrator taking it to the next step, and that abuser will never abuse anyone ever again. That, of course, leads the narrator to be incarcerated for a very, very long time. You get the idea? Okay. Verse 3, after going back to the chorus, a pebble in the water makes a ripple effect. Every action in the world bear a consequence. If you wait around here forever, you surely will drown. I see what's going down. I see the way you go and say you're right again. Say you're right, man. Heed my lecture. Back to the chorus, then back to the post-chorus. Face down in the dirt, she said, this doesn't hurt. She said, I finally had enough. Face down in the dirt, she said, this doesn't hurt. She said, I finally had enough. She's finally fighting back, no longer letting her fear control her. That's what it is. It's using fear to control. The lyrics tell of the future to come when the victim no longer lives in a world of manipulation and abuser, and the abuser better get used to it. Yep, she's done. She's no longer going to let him hurt her. One day she will tell you that she's had enough. It's coming round again. Then back to the chorus. And it ends with, do you feel like a man when you push her around? Do you feel better now as she falls to the ground? Well, I tell you, my friend, one day this world's going to end as your lies crumble down. A new life she has found. And it ends with face down in the dirt. She said, "This doesn't hurt." She said, "I finally had enough." I hope so. I hope it comes down to that. All right, so Wes is bringing more of the red jumpsuit apparatus to the channel here. This one's called, well, this is Face Down. We've already done the official video. We did a really deep dive on the lyrics. This, however, is the Symphonic edition. His little note here to me is same song, same artist, same lead actress in the video, but 16 years later, acoustic version and a different take on the video. Brilliant. So this is like a reimagine type of deal right here. And we'll put this link in the chat and down in the description box for you so you can go check this out. And let's just sub up here. So now I'm subbing to Randy Winter. And doing that. And this one came out 3 years ago, 2.2 million views. Directed by Angela Winter Defoe. Watch the behind the scenes and the making of the Face Down Symphonic Edition video. There's a making of there. And then the original one. So, and then it says the actress. So I think if you're saying it's the same actress, so that was Kendra, what is it? Kendra Cover? Kendra Cover in the first one, and I guess it's the same actress in the second one. This one here. Only 16 years later, like Wes says. All right, buddy, thank you so much for this. Kids, let's buckle up. Pedal to the metal. The same house? Wow. Yeah, and she's a mom, obviously, with the crayons and everything out. Life goes on, right? 16 years later.
Drive me crazy. One look, but the rhythm in my hands. Still will never understand when you hang around. Cover up with makeup in the mirror. Tell yourself it's never gonna happen again. You'll cry alone and then he swears he loves you. Do you feel like a man when you push your around? Do you feel better now? She falls to the ground. Well, I'll tell you, my friend, one day the world's going to end as your lies crumble down. A new life she has found. Babble in the water makes a ripple effect. Every action in this world will bear a consequence. If you wait around forever, you will surely drown. I see the.
So obviously there's a woman now doing a background line, and looks like she works behind the camera on film sets here, so they're going to incorporate some of that into this, and it looked like she was kind of going through a little bit of a PTSD flashback there.
Fact, every action in this world will bear a consequence. If you wait around forever, you will surely drown. I see the way you go and say you're right again. Say you're right again. Heed my lecture. Do you feel like a man when you push your around?
Yeah, too close to home.
as your lies crumble down, a new life she has found. Face down in the dirt, she said, this doesn't hurt. She said, I finally had enough.
That's right. That's great. They put the link there at the end. So she turned it around. You see that? But you see how it still affects her all those years later, even though her life is better now. Just watching that happen in front of her, and even knowing that this is just scripted, these are just actors, and they're just doing this, still is enough to trigger that stress level, that PTSD. I think his vocals soar more in this one. I was gonna say I think he sounds great in this one. I think his voice has matured, like Nancy's saying there. PTSD is so horrible to live with. Yes, yeah, this was more like a short film. Sam says definitely is causing her flashbacks. I hope she got out of that situation. I don't think men fully understand the challenges and fears women face. That's for sure. Well, she definitely got out of that situation a long time ago, and has a little kid and everything, and a new relationship. And I don't know why it's called a symphonic edition. That seems a little strange. And I didn't really catch a symphonic element about it. Definitely a reimagining of the song and kind of like a follow-up to it. But it's still an important topic that needs to be talked about and put to the forefront. You know, it needs to be part of our discussion in life. And there you go. From the video details, Wes is putting that link right in there, domesticshelters.org. Brilliant. We'll have that for you guys at the end of this too. Link down below in the description box. So, go over there and do the thing. And thank you so much, Wes. Great band.